Hi gang, Jones here, back with another video here today. And today we're going to go over a big community update. Gray Zone comes out with these community briefings that they talk about things that they know, future updates, stuff like that. We're going to get into it. The biggest things being like AI improvements, more servers or more LZs, stuff like that. So we're going to get straight into it. So they go on to talk about how they're always working with their service providers and trying to make it better for everyone. They are aware of the major issues with the South American region, and they also increase the amount of servers in the Oceanic region. So anybody in the Oceanic region watching this, you'll know that you probably should have lower wait times. They are aware of the aimbot AI and the weird behavior they have with aiming, and they aim to make them more consistent and less accurate at range, being like forever away through a bush, stuff like that. Also, AI tracking being more consistent with line of sight. Like I said, they're super far away. You walk through a bush, you go behind a building or something like that, and something crazy happens and you die. They're trying to figure out those issues. They're aware of them, but it will take some time because AI is a very complex system. They stress the AI were never supposed to be easy, but they weren't supposed to be this weird behavior and just being aimbots. Okay, now as the AI progresses within GZW, they will become even harder. I think that in the sense of like being more hard to battle rather than just being absolute aimbots. You have to be more strategic in the way that you approach them. So they're aware of the several heli or helicopter issues. Now, one thing they're going to do to combat maybe LZ camping or just accidental camping, because I've been in those situations where I've been waiting for my heli and shot someone, and I've also been sitting there getting off a heli and they try to shoot me and then they get on a heli right after. So sometimes it's not always LZ camping, but to combat this, they're going to be adding more LZs. They're looking to optimize the LZ system for the future as well, and that includes wait times, but it's not as simple as adding helis because of the performance issue. Now, what I wish they would do is I wish they would just have a queue system, because at least you don't have to sit there and wait and negative, there's no helis available. Like if you just go in and then click and it would tell you like 7, 8, 10 minutes, whatever it may be, something crazy, as long as you don't have to keep clicking and over again, I think that'd be a big improvement, and I hope they do that. As well as adding ways to see in helicopters heading to catch your ride. So there's a lot of times where there's helis coming into the base and nobody knows exactly where it's going. They're trying to add ways to where before it gets to the base itself, you'll be able to click on it or see it or something like that and be able to tell where it's going. So if there is room in the heli, you can just hop on. Now, I want to mention the new hotfix that is supposed to be coming out. So it's supposed to address two things. It's supposed to address more than that, but the two big things that I got from it are optimization and the AI. So it's supposed to help with AI being so aim body, as we talked about earlier, and then also optimization. Now, I talked to some people and they said that they got between a 10 to 15 FPS increase, which is very, very huge just for a optimization patch, especially a hotfix and that. So be looking forward to when that patch actually goes live on the regular server. I tried to get on the test branch server, but I was unable to, so I can't attest to that because I did not actually experience it. Guys, if you are enjoying this video and want to keep up with Gray Zone Warfare news and content and guides, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, moving on to the optimization side of things, they did know that it is a big priority because they want people to access the game more, or more people to access the game, I should say. So be aware of several updates in the future, and they will continue to work on optimization as there are more features and things added within Gray Zone Warfare. Patch 2 is on the way. They didn't mention a lot of what they're going to actually have in patch 2, but I do have a video on patch 1 if you want to click on the top right and watch that video. It did have some key binding, quality of life stuff, and a small FPS increase. Now, that could have been from the driver update or patch 1. I'm not for sure, or a combination of both. So if you want to watch that video, click on the top right above. Bug reporting. Now, there is a button on the main menu screen. It is send feedback. When you send this feedback, this goes straight to the developer. So if you do want to contribute in helping the game progress, maybe even faster, and issues that they may not be aware of, you can use that to send feedback to the devs. So at the end of the video, they had a community questions section. Obviously, these questions come from the community, and a lot of these questions are asking about the future of the game. So I'm going to go over these questions right now. The first question was talking about being able to choose between toggle, double press, or hold for lean. That was the question, just for leaning. Now, they did address this, and they said it's not only coming for leaning, but it's also coming for like ADSing. So, between toggle, double press, or hold, it's not only coming for leaning, but it's also coming for ADS and a multitude of other things. Now, they did also talk about how carry and drag animation are coming at some point. So you're going to be able to carry or drag someone, out of the line of fire, behind cover, stuff like that. Now, I don't know if this is going to be strictly for enemies as well, like if it's going to be just for your, only faction mates, or if you can do this with enemies as well. I know a lot of people I've seen on Reddit and social media, stuff like that, people are not able to heal the enemy faction. So I'd imagine you'd only be able to drag and carry your friendly faction members. Later this year, expect to be able to delete messages and have a faction-wide chat. I think that's very, very important about the faction-wide chat. I know a lot of people don't think about it, but I actually raided a base the other day, and it was kind of hard to coordinate because you're just in the base VoIPing to everybody. If you could have a faction-wide chat and have all 16 people go to base, I think that'd be extremely cool. I think it's really nice. And also being able to delete messages, because you just have a long list of messages that are there. And it's kind of annoying to try to find out who you're talking to, because you might have talked to somebody a week ago and the message is still there. Also, auto sort for stash is coming in a future patch. Thank goodness, because right now my stash is a nightmare. I'm sure a lot of people that don't want to spend an hour organizing their stash are the same. So auto sort is coming in a future patch. When are more attachments coming? That was one of the biggest questions. Now, they will be coming in a content patch later this year with the day and night cycle. So like lasers, flashlights, night vision, whatever it may be, there are going to be more attachments coming in the big content patch they're going to have later this year. Also, barter items and valuable items. So right now when you're going around looting GZW, it's basically just like food, health items, weapons, ammo. There's not really any valuable items to collect or sell or barter for. And they said they will be adding a variety of items as well as more POIs in the future. So not only POIs, but also a reason to go out and loot, a reason to go out to explore, except just seeing like the beautiful atmosphere that it has. You'll be able to loot for different items, be able to sell them for money. The very last thing that they talked about is crafting is coming at some point later as well. And I don't know if this means later this year with the big content patch of the day and night cycle. I don't know if they can fit all that in one patch with the day and night and all those attachments, stuff like that, but crafting is coming. Now guys, if you're still in this video and you're interested in joining my Discord, I'll leave a link in the description below. If you do want to join the Discord, be glad to have you. But also with that being said, guys, I'm Jones. I'm out. Peace.